Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
What is it, a new year already?
2015, man.
I'm still writing 2014 on all my IOUs. It's exciting. Not only is it a new year, Oscar, it's the return of one of our favorite TV shows, is The Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah.
I know you were looking in on that program. It's a good one. And I think we have him on Skype. I'm not sure if he's going to use the phone or Skype, but the Donald is with us. Mr. Trump, can you hear me?
Hello, Rob.
Nice.
How are you?
On time.
Why do you
How
keep Why are you continually tapping your microphone?
That's what I do. You know what? We've got the finest equipment up at Trump Tower, and what I do is I make sure that the microphone is on and working, Rob.
Now that
and
is
Oscar.
that is
and I
a
love
Trump
coming
brand
on your
microphone,
show.
isn't it?
You know, your show. I should say to all your listeners, your show is incredibly successful and good and terrific, and it's a pleasure to be with you. And as we get ready for the season premiere, which has already taken place, of The Celebrity Apprentice, which I think really, arguably, is the best show on television. I don't think there's a finer, more successful show. I think it's going to continue to be successful because I've stocked it with successful people.
Strong, successful people?
Strong, talented, successful. They're winners.
Yeah.
And the winners are someone you have to hand pick. And that's because I'm Donald Trump. I hand pick my winners, and I make sure that these are great and talented and good and successful people. And that's why The Celebrity Apprentice will be good and talented.
Mr. Trump, what
Yes.
did Gilbert
Hello, Oscar.
What did Gilbert Godfrey win at?
Pardon me?
What did Gilbert
How
Godfrey
is
win
Gilbert
at?
Gottfried a winner?
Yeah, how is he the winner?
Gilbert Gottfried is not only funny, but he knows a lot of people in comedy. He's a survivor. He's been in the trenches. He was the voice of the Affleck Duck before they fired him. He's a winner, and I would not have him on The Celebrity Apprentice if I didn't think he was a winner. And I think it'll be proven.
Is he
It'll
a winner
be proven
when he
during
makes,
the show. What?
Is he a winner when he makes jokes about tsunami victims?
I think that all comedians have to get a little edgy, and they have to go out of their comfort zone sometimes. Laughter sometimes can't please everybody, Rob. So unfortunately, that's what Gilbert does. He pushes the envelope, and that's why he's successful.
Before we get to the cast of this year's Apprentice,
What a great and successful and wonderful cast it is.
I'm curious about one thing. You talked about the top-notch equipment you have up there in
Yes.
the tower. Is that a
Yes.
Trump brand microphone?
This is a Trump brand microphone. We're communicating with you via Trump cables and Trump mixing boards, and also all of our IT equipment is Trump brand. And so I remember there was one time I was in my office in Trump Tower, and I was discussing another Trump project, one of my Trump golf courses, and I was on the phone with someone. I said, "What's wrong with this connection?" And they said, "Well, the phone company put it in." I said, "That's it. I want to manufacture my own phone lines," and that's why I went to Malaysia and got a factory to manufacture the finest phone conversation lines that are made. They're very good and very successful.
They're called phone conversation
Phone conversation lines. Well, I'm not an engineer, and I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but I call them phone conversation lines.
Okay, what about your headphones?
My headphones are currently Trump brand headphones.
Can you describe them for those of you who
They're
can't
called
see 'em?
Rhythms by Dr. Trump. Rhythms by Dr. Trump.
Nice.
They're not the same bright, vibrant colors that some of the other rappers use. They're black and brown. But Rhythms by Dr. Trump. I predict these will be the best sounding and and best and most successful headphones that you will ever see.
You having a good time, Donald?
I'm having a very good time. Happy New Year to all of you.
And to all of you.
I hope you rang in the New Year at one of my various properties.
You know what we actually got as a Christmas present, and this is no lie. We got a bottle of Trump brand champagne.
Trump brand champagne.
Only the best.
Well, let me tell you why. You go to vineyards around the world, and you will notice that the grapes don't have any energy. They don't have any verve. They don't have any excitement. They don't have any verve.
Okay.
And the grapes are lazy, and they don't work hard. My Trump grapes are not only have the best attitudes, but they're successful grapes.
That's good.
And they survive when all the other grapes die.
Mr. Trump, let's get to the cast. You've got some
Surely,
you've got
yes.
some Olympians on your new
We
cast.
do.
Yes.
We do.
You've
yes.
got some NFL stars.
Wonderful,
formal
talented
child
people.
stars.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Former
child stars.
child stars.
We have Fernando Lamas, which is, I'm sorry, that's his father, Lorenzo Lamas.
I was going to say, did you have a
I
shovel
dated
this
myself there. I'm terribly sorry. We've got great, talented people. We've got Sig Hansen from Deadliest Catch.
year? Isn't
He's
Fernando
a-
Lamas buried in one of your Trump graveyards?
He actually selected one of the Trump plots because the other plots had weeds and crabgrass and weren't nearly as successful.
I'm sorry,
So-
I interrupted.
We've got Lorenzo Lamas. We've got Sig Hansen from the
Sure.
Northwestern. He's on Deadliest Catch, and he's the most successful captain of any of the ships that catch crab out there in the Bering Sea.
What about Keisha Knight Pulliam?
Do you like
who we
crab, Rob?
love? Do you make
Do
your
you
own?
like crab, Rob?
I do like crab.
Crab.
But you know
I
what?
serve great crab in all of my restaurants.
Are you brand sensitive to crab?
I think that you need to get good crab, and the good crab comes from Alaska and the crew of the Northwestern.
You don't have a
successful-
Trump crab?
No, I don't have Trump crab. God made crabs. Trump didn't. But Trump can genetically engineer grapes, and that's why I put my individual name on each champagne grape has Trump on it.
Every grape does?
Yes, every individual grape. I've got very small migrant workers that stencil the Trump name on each champagne grape. Thank you. That makes them very successful, too.
Do you have an early favorite as far as the cast is concerned?
I never pick favorites. I think anyone that's on the cast could be very successful in their own right. I certainly like Brandy Glanville.
Sure.
You know, that's my type. Tall, lanky, and blonde.
Yeah.
But, wow. No, they're all going to be. Right now, I would think that Geraldo Rivera would be probably a front runner.
Yeah. He's one of Oscar's, you know.
Is he? Oh, that's great. I think his mustache and his trademark and his branding looks very, very good. I think
Great for
I think
TV.
one of the Jonas Brothers. I said, "Get me a Jonas Brothers," and so they got me a Jonas Brothers.
Get me a Jonas Brothers.
Get me a Jonas Brothers.
Okay.
And they went out and they got the one with. I said, "Get me that one that has the really small mouth," and so they got that one. And I think he's going to be very successful and very talented.
Now, you lost the Cosby Kid last night.
Well, unfortunately, you know, I spoke to my people in programming, and she's what we would refer to as a hot potato. With the current controversy, I don't need any hot potatoes for the brand.
Right.
And, you know, with the recent problems of Bill Cosby, I don't think it behooved us to keep her on the show.
What about Johnny Damon?
So, Tootie, you're fired.
It's not Tootie.
Rudy.
It's
Rudy.
It was
Rudy.
Keisha Knight Pulliam.
Rudy, you're fired.
Tootie is from the
Get
Facts of
out.
Life.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
Tootie.
Tootie, indeed.
Duty.
Mrs. Blair.
Sorry
Garrett.
about that.
Oh,
My sincere
sorry.
apologies.
Different show.
Now, what about Johnny Damon?
Johnny Damon was a Yankee. He was a Red Sox. He
He
has
was
ring,
a Red Sox.
he has World Series rings. How much more successful can you get than that? A great ball player and a guy that I think is very bright and very successful.
Kate Gosselin.
She gave birth to 8 people. I mean, 8 human beings. 8 human beings came out of her Wanaloo. So how could you turn her down? I mean, she's marvelous. She's wonderful. She's smart. She's had her own television program. She dumped that loser of a husband of hers, and I have tremendous admiration for her.
The only way she could be better if she was a Red Sox or a Jonas Brothers.
That's right, with the small mouth.
Do you have any advice? What is the best way? You've done this for 100 seasons now. What is the one common thread that all the winners have?
Well, they follow my advice.
Okay.
And they do what I need them to do. And there are only 2 words, Rob and Oscar, that I adhere to, okay?
What are those words?
Well, there's actually 2 more words. The first 2
4 words
are win, baby.
And the other 2?
The other, well, it's not 2. It's 7 words.
Okay, and those 7 words are?
Get the guy with the small mouth.
It's the Mike O'Meara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Meara Show at www.mikeomearashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Meara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Have a happy new year with Boss Radio.
Happy New Year!
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right, it's time for another kooky, crazy call.
Another kooky, crazy call is a copyrighted feature.
And this time, we're calling a pet store. And I'm going to disguise my voice and attempt to purchase 10 parakeets. Let's see what happens.
Hello, House of Pets.
Yes, do you sell parakeets, there?
Yes, we do.
Uh-huh, excuse me, how many do you have?
I think we have 7 or 8 at the present time.
Well, I'm going to, need 10.
Well, we have another store in the area, and I'm sure we could get 2 more from them.
I see, in other words, you'd have to go to another store then, huh?
Yes, we would.
Okay, well, let me think about it, and I'll get back to you later.
All right, thank you.
May we say have a wonderful day, every day of the bright new year.
It's the Mike O'Meara Show. Mike O'Meara, Rob Speedwack, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Happy New Year!
Yay!
And live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios and heard worldwide, this is the Mike O'Meara Show. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services. Again, did they re-up? Did they re-up for the year?
Yes, sir.
They're still with us in 2015?
Yes, very wise folks.
I'll be asking that question a lot. We have over 26 million downloads heard daily at MikeO'MearaShow.com, exclusively over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the Heartland. Go Hawks!
Another great season.
That's good.
Didn't work out
The
too
Mike
well.
O'Meara Show is a daily podcast and radio show with the greatest listeners on the planet. Why?
Why is this?
Because they get it. The new year is here, and it's time to start the year with smart choices. Choose Harry's. Harry's is the smarter shave, what I chose this morning.
Yes.
That respects both your face and your wallet. Harry's ships directly to your door from their factory in Germany. Nearly a century of shaving experience goes into every blade, and that means a superior shave every time, and they look good, too.
Oh, the best.
I love them. And by cutting out the middleman, they can offer an amazing shave at a fraction of the price of drugstore brands. You'll love the starter set. For $15, you get the razor, 3 blades, and your choice of Harry's shave cream or foaming shave gel. And as always, free shipping, and your satisfaction is guaranteed 100%. Now, go to harrys.com right now.
Now's the time.
Enter the code TMOS and Harry's will give you $5 off your first order. That's right. Enter our code TMOS for $5 off your first order. That's HARRYS.com. Change the way you shave forever. Well, here we are back for a brand new year. Welcome, welcome. We thank you for allowing us to have some quiet time with our families.
Downtime, if you will.
Yes, some downtime, and it's nice to be back, and it's nice to have been sharing all sorts of wonderful things with people over the holiday. Lots of social networking going on, and I enjoyed it. I'm a little discombobulated today. I must have made 5 trips into the studio and back out of the studio just remembering things because it was...
and that was just lunch.
That was just lunch, baby. That was just lunch. Isn't that right, T.O. Oscar?
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
Wait a second. That thing's pretty loud.
Hey. Hi. Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, that'll be okay. It'll stop in a little bit. Wow. We'll be able to go on with the show, won't we, T.O. Oscar?
Hey,
we'll be able to go on. Okay. Maybe it'll turn off now. Yeah, maybe it won't.
Wow.
Oh, let me see. Does it have a stop? No, it doesn't seem to have any stop at all. And but it's nice that the siren that T.O. Oscar bought my son for Christmas has. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
That's an awful big noise for such a small fire truck.
That is a big sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a
I'm
really
so
big
sorry.
sound. And yes, and you know what's interesting though is when it's on the floor and it's moving around, that my son cannot turn it off, and nor can I. There wouldn't be a button. See the button to. I'll show you where the button is. The button is right here.
Oh, underneath.
Yeah, underneath.
So, yes, there it is.
Wow, you know what?
Oh, man.
T.O. Rob should have bought you a sledgehammer.
Isn't that wonderful? And so here, when that button is turned off, then the tears would come because I would have to turn it back on, and then I would turn it back on, and that would be big fun by everybody. Carla, is there any kind of button on here that turns this toy out of my way?
Yeah, what sort of Chinese fireman is that?
Accent.
And look, it's got the lights too.
Sure.
You can do it at night.
I
Look
bought
at
that
Look
fire.
at that. Oh, yeah.
There is a fire in Peking.
Those headlights are pretty good.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Yeah, they're terrific. Thank you.
The Great Wall is on fire. Get out of my way.
When I saw that fire truck on Amazon, I said, well, if I was a little boy, I would love one of these. It seems like it lights up. I didn't know it would make so much noise. I apologize.
It was well reviewed by deaf people.
You didn't know.
I didn't know. So you're saying he liked it, but the family hated it.
Well, I think maybe the family wouldn't be relevant. That'd be Daddy hated it. Daddy hated it. Daddy hated it.
That might be a good outside toy.
Outside?
No,
a lanai
because
toy.
when you play it outside, it is almost so authentic that the neighbors, all of them elderly, would hear this and think that there was someone coming down the street with another heart attack.
Oh, no.
So there's no win.
Oh, my God.
I left you with no
my
options,
God.
Mike. I'm so sorry.
That's going to be
quite
a
all right.
That's going to be a hidden toy, isn't
Did you
it?
like the note, though?
What
There
note?
was a sweet note there that you don't
Oh,
know
I
how to
love
read the
that note.
notes.
That was
No,
beautiful.
He did
That
not
was
read the
beautiful.
note.
That was
No,
wonderful.
he just ripped
No,
it
I
open
did.
and
I'm
said,
sure.
Here, little Michael.
No, I'm sure we did.
Here's another present.
I'm sure we.
I can't read the note because the fire truck is too loud.
Yeah, let me see. All right. Yeah. Well, no, here it is. I saved it. Here it is.
Ah,
Okay.
the
Oh,
note.
thank you.
All right.
Thank
Here we are.
Yeah.
Dear O'Mara family, I really thank you for. Hope you have a merry, merry Christmas. I hope that your Christmas was fun. So that Michael, many returns from your godparent, Oscar Santana, Oscar Zabaria. So Merry Christmas, and I hope everybody has a good time. That was a dramatic reading of the note.
Yeah,
Man.
and to quote the fire truck,
Would you like me to read it again?
I would.
No.
I would.
Dear O'Mara family, I want to.
I'm so sorry, man.
That's it. No, it's not that.
And the-
Well, no, that's pretty annoying.
He
Hey,
forgot
I'm
about it. I
alive.
put it off to the side. He forgot about it. It's the attention span. It's
Yeah, and then you say to him, "Out of my way."
Out of him, yeah. Is there an
The
accent here?
is
Let's
hilarious.
Yeah, it's a Chinese fireman.
Let's be quiet. And
This
let's
is
see.
literally a Chinese fire drill.
All right, here we go. Oh my God! It
Fire
is
alarm.
fire alarm. Fire alarm! Oh my God! I never even processed
what
that it was
is.
Asian. Hold
Yeah,
on.
of course.
Should the out of my way. Hold on.
Out of my way.
Oh my God!
That's what it is.
Out of my way!
Out of my way.
Oh, fire them! Go!
They probably looked in the factory and said, "Hey, you took English.
You know what? Swear to God, that was opened up, and I immediately knew I had an opening bit when I came back. So, Oscar, for that, you gave us both gifts. You
Sorry,
gave my son a
man.
gift, and you gave me a gift. It was
That's
wonderful.
rough.
Thing of beauty.
So, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Hopefully, everybody's Christmas was fine. It just continues for me down here with just regular visits to medical professionals. That is
Even
my
today,
life.
we had a late start.
I'm here to announce that Carl and I are moving to Iowa, where maybe it'll be a little healthier.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
allegedly.
Maybe it'll be a little healthier. No, the fact is that about 2 days before Christmas, I got a boil on my butt.
Oh,
How's that? Anybody want to finish their lunch right now? Huh? Isn't that terrific?
It's Mike's Peak, the sequel to
Yes.
Dante's Peak.
and what is precisely a boil?
Oh, now you ass. You know exactly what it is, and
really.
you're not getting that.
Your
you know
ass.
what? Look at how he throws me under the bus like that.
no,
First
Some
of the
people might
year,
not know.
Mike, please describe exactly what a boil. No, you people know it. It's a bump. It's
Isn't it sort of a weeping sore?
No, it's not a weeping
It's
sore.
a dormant
a-hole.
volcano, right?
Mine was located transdermally. Is that the way you would? So it was not at the surface.
That airline doesn't even fly anymore.
Welcome.
Transdermally.
Yeah.
Welcome to Transdermal. Out of it. Oh, fire on the runway.
Oh no, it's a Chinese airline.
Might disappear.
So it hurt, though. It hurt. And so it continued to hurt. And then
Which
I
cheek,
was
left or right?
left. Well, see, I keep saying left cheek, but it's the left cheek. It's
Was
the
it the
left cheek.
type of wound that hurts when you wear pants? It was that
No,
sensitive?
it was the type of. It was underneath the skin, and it was a bump that. Do you remember when I had
you.
the? Do you remember when I had the? under my skin. So embarrassed. This is hard enough to talk about. Damn it! But I'm sacrificing my dignity.
Oh, you're a man of beauty.
So the thing is, I had this thing, and it got more sore, and it hurt, and I'm sitting there going, of course it's getting worse because it's getting closer to the holiday. And I said to
I thought
myself,
you were going to say closer to the surface of your skin.
no, it did not do that. Well, first of all, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what it was like because I couldn't even look at it.
Okay.
Where it was located, unless I had a series of pulleys and mirrors, I wasn't going to be able to get a really good look at this thing. You know what I mean? I mean, it was in that spot. And so I relied on my beautiful bride, who I'm sure is just high-fiving God for being married to me.
Yeah.
You know,
True
say, hey,
love.
look what I get to
day.
deal with. Hey, aren't I a lucky lady? Hey, luck be a lady. All the whole Frank catalog in this bit. Yes, sirree. So it got worse, and then Christmas Eve, I told her to take a peek at it, and she said, "Yeah, it's a big bump."
Here's an early
Shouldn't
Christmas
we wait?
present.
Shouldn't we wait for Christmas Day to open our presents?
Stocking stuffer.
So she looked at it, and it was, it was a bump, but there wasn't anything up there like at the surface, because normally if you've got something like that, you can kind of
gross.
destroy it and release it, and release.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, you got to release
No,
the
you're not
Kraken.
supposed to do that.
Yeah,
No.
if you pick at it, it's going to be worse.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Kraken
there's
your
nothing to
ass.
pick at. It was just,
Oh, I thought you were saying release the Kraken.
it was this big pink bump.
Hot.
And it
As big
hurt.
as your thumb, or
And absolutely as big as
no.
my thumb.
Wow.
you got big thumbs.
As a matter of fact, Carla said that it was the size of about a golf ball.
Oh no!
Pro V1?
Yeah.
Now, not the whole.
Titleist.
You guys are such dicks. I've missed you so.
And you're
missed
into
you.
golf.
I've missed you so.
Oh, by
So-
the way, I have a proof for your golf bag. You have to approve.
Oh, that's good. Sign off on that.
Oh God! Wait a minute. The money's been spent.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, I saw a check written for it.
No, we haven't written a single thing.
Oh
for it.
yes, there. Well, the money. You have a proof for it? I'm never gonna get that golf bag. I was really thinking it was gonna come like the last.
They
week.
said 3 months, and we took it down to 25 days. So you'll be good.
Is the boil?
Well, then why do I have to proof it?
Because you want it to be right, don't you? You
Yes.
don't want like a golf bag for the Mick O'Mara show.
Could Can you
I'm
imagine
so
if we got the
bummed
Mick
out.
O'Mara show on there?
Could probably get a
so
price
bummed
adjustment.
out.
All right, back to the boil. Is it big enough
Hey,
that you
Mick,
would
great
you
shot.
would you
Hey, Mick, what'd you shoot today?
was the boil of a size where it would be hard to say sit on a bar stool without rolling off?
It hurt.
It hurt. It hurt so
It
bad.
hurt.
How bad did it hurt?
And was it on like the crest of your ass cheek, or was it off to the side or underneath?
It
God
was
forbid.
right at the. It was the crest of my ass cheek.
Oh, right at the tip, where the
yeah,
snow
that's
would
tough.
be on a mountain.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, where the snow would go into the crevasse.
Yeah. That's because if you sit down on any seat, that's when it hurts.
Yeah, that way you have
right?
to put he'd have to lay on his side.
Yeah.
Like a centerfold.
All right, we're going to take a break. We will come back, and I will. This story gets better, by the way.
How could it?
I know. Exactly. We'll take a break and continue with the Mike O'Mara Show. Thank everybody.
I've got you.
Well, the new year is upon us, and it's time to gather the family around the old Neumann and talk about what's really important.
You mean video games? Or Fallout Boy?
No. The real important stuff.
Oh no, he's gonna talk about the stupid fruitcakes again.
Jeez, Dad, don't you know no one cares?
No, I want to talk about the magic of the holidays. Now, did you get everything you wanted for Christmas?
Kinda.
Pretty much.
Well, what did we possibly miss?
The 2015 TMOS bonus package.
It's the best gift for any TMOS fan, even yourself, because it's the gift that keeps on giving.
For once, Robert is right. 1 year subscription gets you full access to all of the 2015 bonus content.
Plus, on-demand video access to every bonus show and access to the entire bonus show anthology.
And you get it with over 25% savings. It truly is a bonus.
Besides, Dad, it's a great way to support the Mike O'Mara Show while getting all that great content.
Just click on the banner marked TMOS bonus packages and be a part of this important opportunity.
Do it now, and God bless us, everyone.
Hey, I wanted to be Tiny Tim.
Dad, you're not a tiny anything.
Jesus. Just ain't enough. Always available at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. And it wouldn't be a Mike O'Mara Show to start the new year without our first screw-up of 2015.
Oh, no.
Because on my list, the second spot of the day is for the Mike O'Mara Show 2015 bonus show package.
Oh, back to back.
Terrible mistake.
It's like two back-to-back car dealerships.
It is.
Can't do that.
Or are we
It's
just
gonna be
reinforcing an
huge.
important note?
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
you heard everything that Rob's kids said, so that's all there is to it.
It is
Thank you.
important, though.
Very,
Yes,
very
it
key.
is very, very important to support the bonus show. You're doing a great job with that, and we appreciate that. So that check for $895 to you, Oscar, that's not for my golf bag.
Mike, if you read the emails, you know exactly what that was for.
Oh, that was
What
for
was-
incidentals, wasn't
Yes,
it, Oscar?
incidentals.
Oh, man, I'm so bummed. I saw that, and I thought that I was getting my golf bag.
No.
I'm really bummed.
Apparently, in the year 2015, the show is paying for his muscle milk.
Yeah, you know what? A year's supply of muscle milk.
All right.
No, I'll let you know what that was for afterwards.
Okay, very good. Welcome back to the show, Whoa, and we continue with the saga of the boil on the butt. So there's nothing at the surface. This big knot, and it got worse and worse. So I said to Carla, well, it is what it is. I didn't even medical care had not entered into this at this point.
Let me ask something, and
That developed very, very rapidly.
I don't want to pry, but was it the kind of a thing that you spent several times a day reaching back and feeling it because you wanted to sort of gauge its progress, gauge the way it felt? I know you couldn't.
Let me
see
tell
it.
you where it is. Where it is located, reaching back and feeling it is not something I did regularly. Okay. It was
all right.
just something where I became aware of the size of this thing and the pain of this thing by getting up and sitting down.
All right.
And on
So you
Christmas
didn't need
Eve,
to feel it.
progressively, and incidentally, as we all know, Christmas Eve is a pretty significant get up, sit down holiday.
Sure.
You know, especially with a 17-month-old. You're
And
getting up,
family,
you're sitting down.
yeah.
You're getting up, you're sitting down. You're getting up, you're making dinner. You're getting up, you're doing it. So I'm getting, and as the day goes on Christmas Eve, it's getting progressively worse and worse. Now, we go to church on Christmas Eve. We put the baby down and open our grown-up gifts with my mother-in-law, my wife, and I on Christmas Eve. All the action
When you
for
say
us is
grown-up
happening.
gifts, these are all adult novelties, right?
That's right, adult toys, Rob, from Doc Johnson's. I tried to phrase it in such a way where you wouldn't go that route, but you did anyway.
You try that
so
one.
thank
No,
you.
I want that one.
appreciate that. So we go through this, and it's getting worse. Flash forward to Christmas morning where the little guy's stuff is open, and he's not old enough to really know Santa or come running out knowing he's going to get gifts. He doesn't know that. But he's still got a lot of plastic toys under the tree that we have. And at this point, I am in a situation where it's hurting me to sit or stand.
Ooh.
And I'm pissed. It's just like, because it's Christmas Day, I don't want to do what I know I'm probably going to be doing, and that means heading out to the ER, because this thing is, I am in absolute and total and complete agony. And so I'm pissed because, it's the timing could not be worse. I do not believe in going to the ER, and yet I've been in these ERs like I've lived in them.
God,
and
if you
I
go 2
hate
more
it.
times, they're going to name a sandwich after
I
you.
swear to God, they're going to name a wing after me in these places, And so I think it's maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. And I said to Carla, will you
rough.
take another look at it? And she takes a look, and I get the OMG. And she says,
"Were you doing anything? Like, were you aggravating it in any way?" Or
No,
was it
there's nothing to aggravate. Remember, I told you it's under
slim fit
the
jeans?
surface of the skin, and there's nothing
Friction?
Must
I
have
can
been
do.
tough to shave.
Oh my, yeah, shave my ass. Yes, that's right, Rob. Very tough to shave my ass. That's it. And so Carla says, you have to go in. And she said it is doubled in size. And I guess around the area, the way the body works is it just gets more and more protective, and it's just more and more swollen. So I roll in, and just on the scale of going into the ER, you're in there with people that I always feel this way. I've been in this joint a bunch of times.
Yes, you have.
But I always feel like, take care of the sick people. That's how I feel. And now more than ever do I feel like, take care of the sick people. And by the way, where do I can tell that we don't have a video monitor now?
Yes.
I could tell that we don't have a video monitor because you guys are looking over here.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey.
Hi.
Well, you're even closer, Mike.
Hi,
which is
Rob.
great.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Hi, Oscar. How are you, Rob?
It's kind of like
How are
watching
you, Oscar?
the beginning of the Brady Bunch, isn't it? We're all looking to the side. It's like
Very
we're posing to
inside.
be on a coin.
That's very inside for people that might be watching this. So I'd make a long story short. I get in there, and I don't see a doctor. I see a PA, they're called, physician's assistant.
Yes.
And he takes a look at it, and he says,
Gee, Paul.
he says, it's under the surface.
Merry
now,
Christmas.
he doesn't want to, first of all, he doesn't want to touch this thing. He doesn't want to deal with it. He says, I could go in with a needle and try to drain it.
Gross.
I don't know
But
where
I don't
I'm going to
think
go
that's,
when the
and thanks
volcano
for the
blows.
gross. I really appreciate the gross. Nothing I can do about it, but it's the truth. Meanwhile, another nurse guy comes in, and I swear
And
to
that
God,
was his name, wasn't
this
it? Nurse guy.
So the guy walks in, and he says, I'm going to go out, and I'm going to talk to the doctor and see what he thinks. Which is modern medicine
nice.
today. That's modern medicine today, man. I'm going to go talk to the doctor. Yeah, God forbid the effing doctor come in and look at it for literally 11 seconds.
Yeah, the doctor's
okay?
in his office in his big
Does he
cushy
take a
chair.
picture with his iPhone? What
Well,
does
the
he do?
doctors, apparently they got a heart attack 2 doors down. The doctor's got more important fish to fry.
Oh.
So, and maybe if he hadn't eaten that much fried fish, he wouldn't be in there in the first place. Am I right, fellas?
I'm
But
right.
anyway.
Ladies.
So he goes and he says, I don't think we're going to get anything if I do that, but I'll ask the doctor
Do you
anyway.
know that is, up till now, in a very gross story, the grossest thing you've said? I don't think we're going to get anything if we
Right.
go in with a needle.
So
It's
he
like that
goes
Goldmine
in,
reality show.
he goes out to the doctor, comes back 10 minutes later, says, the doctor thinks we should go in and try to drain it.
Is he wearing a miner's helmet?
And so...
Big light.
Meanwhile, no, I'm on my stomach, by the way.
Oh man.
Yeah,
With
you
my
are.
ass in the air, face down, ass up.
Ladies.
Are you alone? Do you drag anybody with you?
No, at this point, right in between time, another nurse comes in. He's an older guy, and I swear to God, how long have I been down here? Since April? I've been down here since April, right? I can't get arrested down here. Nobody knows who I am
Are
down
you
here, right?
sure he's a nurse or just a guy hanging out?
He's wearing the blue scrubs. He's
Okay,
a nurse.
good, okay.
So he comes walking in, and he says, Mike O'Mara, radio guy?
Oh, no!
I swear to God.
With your ass
Radio
in the
guy.
air.
Yes, with my ass in there. Hey, look at the boil on my ass. Isn't this fun? he recognized me. I don't know where from, but I don't. It's all a blur.
Uranus?
He may have been from the D.C. area. I'm not sure.
Well, you were written up in the November Physician's Journal.
Oh, my God.
Boyle's Monthly.
What if he said, you're from the Zit, Manassas?
So the other guy, the PA, comes back in, and he says to me that they got to go in with a needle.
Man.
And the first thing they're going to do is they're going to put lidocaine in there.
Sure.
Numb it up.
Yeah, topical
So
anesthetic.
they numb it up. But, here's the funny thing. When they numb it up, in order to numb it up, you have to, go through the, just let's say as soon as the needle went in, it was I didn't scream like that, nor did I scream. I didn't scream like this. It was fun, and then
Question,
I was completely numb.
As far as the pain goes,
Yes.
have you ever sat on a tack because someone put a tack on your chair as a gag?
No.
No. Is that what Carrie does to you at Christmas
No,
time?
I didn't do that. Chad Cordell did it to me my freshman year because I did it to him first. But
I gotta watch out for guys named Chad. I could tell you stories about that.
That's true.
Chad Ram.
But I mean, and that's just
Chad Ram.
you know
Oscar always
that
remembers
rat bastard.
no, and this is my hand to God. This is a true story. Our freshman English teacher, Mrs. Granger, I went up to her and I said, "Can I have a thumbtack?" And she said, "Why?" I said, "I'm going to put it on Chad Cordell's seat." She said, "Okay." And so,
Here you go. He's a little brat anyway.
So
put it on the little bastard
But
seat.
he got back at me, and a thumbtack is just a little bit of it's just a little
It's
prick.
thick, though.
But it hurts. The ass is a sensitive area.
Well,
Make
they
no
went in with the
mistake.
lidocaine, and
Isolate
after that, I don't feel anything.
Good boy.
And they go in, and he said, "I'm actually going to cut it a little bit to get in there." And he cut it, and they went in, and then they packed it.
Do you know that this mic is at the same time many millions of Americans are cutting into their Christmas ham?
Exactly. Celebrating Christmas with their effing families. Meanwhile, I'm getting my butt cut on. And he says, "Okay, we're going to put some packing in there." He says, "Come back in 2 days."
Oh, no!
He said, "No, I didn't know this. I didn't know you came back to an ER. I had no idea anybody comes back to an ER. I thought it was like on and gone."
Sure.
He says, "Come back in 2 days. We want to take a look at it. Might remove that packing, just see how you're doing, and we'll go from there." So he does this. I go through I get home that night, and let me see. I want to make sure I get the timeline right.
Why do you constantly have to go to the ER and then, well, you go to the ER usually with people and then you go home alone. So you drug yourself there and drug yourself home.
I don't go with anybody to these. I'm not putting my family through that.
That's very kind.
I don't. Well, I mean, what's the point? I mean,
And
I don't like when I see 11 people walk in.
Company's
deal
nice.
with your. Look, that's fine. Yeah,
That might be, that might be cultural, Oscar.
No. Sorry, you jerks. It's called love.
It's called
You know
love.
what troubles me
It's
about
called
this?
burdening the system, is what it's called.
Yeah, and speaking
That's
of which,
what it's called.
troubles me about this is why would they come back to the ER?
Mommy, puppy.
If it's 2 days, can't you go to like a doctor's office? And not
Well,
burn
let me
the
see.
emergency
Christmas
room?
is on a Thursday.
Right.
This is going to be a Saturday. I suppose, but because they did it at this year, they wanted me to come back, Rob. I have no idea why.
They like
but
you.
that's what they did. So in between the following day,
Friday.
my mother. This is on Friday, correct?
Yeah,
Friday, yeah.
Mhm, the 26th.
Okay. And so my mom wakes up and she has my mother-in-law. She wakes up and she has the stomach flu, so she's sick as a dog.
Man.
She is out of commission. Carla and her mom have had a lot of Christmas wine, and Carla's kind of
Sure,
out of
that wasn't the Irish flu.
She's chasing the baby around, and everybody is just meh. Everybody's completely and utterly out of it. Okay, so the entire day Friday is spent with me, with with Boyle Butt and Carla's mom, literally in this studio on the pull-out sofa. Sleeping all day long, and Carla is very tired because she's the only one that's dealing with the baby, and I'm sitting there. It's a horror show. It is a horror show. So fast forward to Saturday, everybody wakes up. Maybe my mother-in-law's a little bit on the mend, maybe not, but it's okay. But I've got to go back in, and I said, you know what? I'll go back in at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and at this point. You know that I've been in these ERs before. You know that I've been in doctors' offices, and I don't even realize it. But apparently, your boy is at a bit of a breaking point.
Oh.
And I break.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you all about that when we come back
no.
on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Got a kiss.
All right, turn it down. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oh, he's still cranky.
This segment of the show is brought to you by Encore Insurance Services. Listen, you know it. I know it. The time to buy insurance is now. And don't worry, because Encore Insurance is here to help you. Encore surveys the most highly rated companies in the insurance industry to compare premiums. Encore does the work so you don't have to. It's free. There's no obligation. No salesman will visit you. Just call 866-347-5748 to get a free life insurance quote or visit smartterm.com/TMOS. That's smartterm.com/TMOS. That's where you'll find the license disclaimer and quality customer service. Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Stop paying too much for life insurance. Protect your family the smart way at smartterm.com/TMOS. Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We're glad everybody's back, and our wishes for 2015 to get a new TV monitor for the DC
Exactly.
studio. Very happy to be with you, and thank you for your support in 2014, and we look forward to a great 2015 as well. We are back, and I am going through the saga, and this is the culmination of all this. They asked me to return to the ER.
You know what, Mike? Everything's coming to a boil.
Coming to a head. Thank you. So I'm called back relatively quickly. It's kind of a slow Saturday morning in the ER. I kind of feel weird about going in there in the first place. And I'm called back in, and the nurse calls me into the back area, and immediately, you know that I've had issues with these wizened veterans of the health system that have lost their souls and their humanity decades ago. And they have no room for anyone as a human being, because you're not a human being to them.
Right.
What you are is a slab of meat. So she comes in. She had some sort of regional Eastern accent, like it could have been Boston or New York. I'm not sure, but there was a lot of la-da-da-da-da-da that was hard for me to understand.
At this point, it's in the morning of Saturday?
Yes.
How does your ass feel? Because they've drained it, they've packed
it's sore. It's quite sore. As a matter of fact, it's sore enough
as
where
sore as it was.
Healing.
Yeah, if they'd said to me, hey, we still got problems, I wouldn't be surprised. It's that sore. But I'm going in just to have them look at it, get the clean bill of health, see what they want to do, and bingo bango, I'll be out of there. So I go in, and at this point, this person comes in, and she doesn't look at me, she doesn't greet me, sits down at her computer. And the first question I get is, so why are you here? I said, I'm here because I was here 2 days ago. They asked me to come back to us. Oh, all right. What's it for? She begins to go through everything that, and I, at this point, I thought that they would know this since they asked me to come in, but apparently they go through this in an ER. They
she's
check
the
you
laziest.
again and again.
She's the laziest.
Well, I'm not sure whether it's lazy or it's protocol, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's the tone that we get. And then at a certain point, I said, on a Saturday morning, the day 2 days after Christmas, I'd rather be anywhere else but here. And instead of going, I can understand that, she says, well, the best way to stay out of here is to see your doctor regularly. Without any hesitation, literally, the hair on the back of my neck stands up. I am instantaneously white hot. I am so pissed at that comment because she's saying to me that I'm there by choice because and this is one of those times where not only have I not selected this location, I have been told to come back there.
Right.
And I'm not happy about being there, and I am always hypersensitive to going to an ER because I really do believe that's where really sick people should be dealt with.
She also doesn't understand that this restoration has been 12 months coming, there's so much work.
You have been seeing plenty of doctors very often.
Right.
Yeah, you're trying to do the long-term care thing.
I'm doing the work.
I'm pissed. She goes through the litany of questions. What's this? I said, and this is what I said to her. I said, I would think that all that would be on my chart from 2 days ago. She stops. She goes, sir, we have to take this information. And she turns back to her her computer, and that's it. Make a long story short, she's in, she's out. Then I see another one of these physician's assistants. I haven't seen a doctor. Now, I don't think I need
in 3 days.
I have not seen a doctor. He comes in, he looks at it. He says, it's a little red. We're going to put you on antibiotics, but everything should be fine. And he takes a look at it, pokes, prods, drains, whatever he's doing, and then he says, I am left once again face down, ass up on a gurney, and look, not to be a whiner, but the fact is, let me see if I can show you guys, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it with the fire truck and with the TV remote.
Okay.
I am face down on the gurney. Okay, here's the gurney.
Yeah.
Right.
And the gurney has a little lift area. I'm face down, and the gurney is lifted up.
So they're hyperextending your back the wrong way.
I am on my back the wrong way, and it hurts. And it hurts the minute I lay down on it. And they said, okay, the nurse will be in momentarily to put a bandage on you, and we'll send you on your way. I've gotten all of maybe 6-7 minutes of people looking at this thing, and I'm done. 25 minutes I am lying on that gurney with my ass hanging out in the air.
Man.
And finally, guess who comes back?
Nurse Diesel.
Nurse Diesel comes walking in, and she said, this is the quote, "What are you doing here?"
Oh,
I said,
no.
I said, the physician's assistant told me the nurse would be in to bandage me. And she goes, oh. So she walks in, and I hear this. So she's getting stuff ready, obviously. And I say, at this point, I said, is that you? No answer. She continues. She said, no answer. She said, sir, we'll put that bandage on in just a minute. And then at that point, I say, all I want is a goddamn answer to my question. She doesn't waste any time at all. She leaves the room and calls the security guard.
Oh, that's nice.
The security guard comes walking in. At this point, bandage or no bandage, I hike my drawers up. I'm standing in the middle. I've had it. I've had it with these a-holes that treat you like garbage, and I'm done. And I'm saying, look, I can put a effing Band-Aid on this thing myself. It doesn't really matter. At this point, there's a security guard in the doorway. The physician's assistant comes in and says, what's going on? And the other nurse who's standing there said, we called security. He said, get him out of here, and points at the security guard. And
oh, good. I thought they were talking about you.
Yeah, the PA was pissed.
Thank God.
The PA was pissed. And so it's a full-fledged meltdown scene. I'm so done with all this crap. I'm so over all this crap. Look, there are sicker people than me. There are people that need more care than me. But the fact is, when you're treated like total dog S, you certainly have a limit to, and she just pushed every possible button that she could push. And then, there was obviously she's done this before with people, and he was gone. At this point, the PA patches me up. I said, is there an office manager I can talk to just to explain my side of what was going on here? They send in a charge nurse. I have a conversation with the charge nurse, and I said, look, the bottom line is, and this is the truth, guys, this is how I feel about this, I have a tremendous amount of esteem and respect for what people do in the medical profession. I really, really do. They are dealing with this crap every single day. What I don't have respect for is people that just don't even treat you like a human being.
Yeah.
And that's why she pushed the buttons. I said, but you know what? Probably saying goddamn answer to my question, and she reacted, and I reacted.
You gave her a lot of chances, though.
And at that point, I said, I only have one request before I leave here. Could you bring her back in so I can apologize to her face? And she came back in, and she started crying.
Oh, she made it all about her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And then at that
Tears.
point, and so I said, look,
suck it up.
Yeah.
I said, it's just a communication issue, and I apologize.
Did
and
you
I'm sorry
say
for the
stop your
communication."
goddamn crying?
Yeah. Stop with your crocodile
Stop with your
tears.
goddamn crying.
Yes. I'm not giving you a ticket, lady. I'm just telling you
But
what's what.
but also through the tears, she said, the nurse said, do you want me to leave? The other nurse said, no, I need you to stay here. like I was some sort of threat.
Oh, because you're a threat. Yeah.
Yes. So it was just it was a bad
bad
scene.
on a lot of levels.
Panda?
But you
Go
know,
after her, knock her out.
jump, do a triple reverse off the gurney. But you know,
But
classy
you know,
move to apologize though.
I'm an Irish softie, and at that moment when she did that, I'm like, well, she's dealing with this crap all day long. I'm going home. I might have a sore butt, but I'm going home to family. The fact is, I have respect for people that do this, and there are thousands of old people down here that require constant care, and our society is getting older, and it's getting more difficult to deal with. So I do, but at the same time, the people that treat you like this, I don't suffer them anymore, and I'm going to continue not to suffer them anymore, and I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to be treated like garbage. I'm not. You don't need to be, and I'm not going to.
No
be.
means no.
And it's great that you apologize.
Shut up, Oscar.
It's a classy move that you apologize, and I think you'll agree with me, Mike. The vast majority of medical professionals are just that. They are medical professionals, and they're very good at what they do.
And many of them are absolutely incredible. They're saints. They're superb.
They are.
They are
but just as you can't
fantastic
hire.
people.
Well, but Mike's playing the numbers game. This is like the 12th time he's
That's
been
true.
in.
That's
Eventually, he's going to get a jerk.
Sure, you're gonna
right?
get, and you know what? They don't schedule.
That's right, Oscar. After 350 visits.
And keep
Eventually,
in mind,
you're going
Mike,
to get the luck of the draw. It's just like Wheel of Fortune.
and also, you got to keep in mind on Christmas weekend they don't got the A-listers in there.
Oh, yeah, you got the
Right.
Bone Squad.
You definitely
Yeah.
got the B squad in there. But the thing is that just as you wouldn't hire someone who can't do any heavy lifting to work in a stock room, if you are a nurse, particularly in an emergency room, you're dealing with people that are already at their wits' end, and you need to have a little extra
and
patience.
it's Christmas. She probably wants to be with her family.
In Robert's entire treatment, I know I've
Well,
said this
the
before,
line that
we've
got me
encountered
was-
one bad nurse that whole time, but it's the one we remember because they've got to have that extra amount of patience, because I know it's their job to get all this stuff done, but it's not your job to deal with sickness.
So
and
true.
it's tough. You need
Well,
some
the
help.
fact is that I do have tremendous amount of respect for this, and the line that got me was, "Well, the best way to stay out of here is to see your doctor regularly."
Yeah, she lit
like
the
I was
fuse there.
somehow, like I haven't done that. Like I don't have a regular doctor. I don't have a person that I've been dealing with this diverticulitis that started the whole goddamn thing.
Right,
and
there's
the
that
whole
word again.
And the whole antibiotic dance, which is
and you've
really,
got to be pleased to be back on antibiotics, Mike.
No, I'm not. First of all, I'm on nothing. Hey, are you ready for this? I am on nothing. Nothing. And can I just say this? I would say this to anybody that's ever dealing with any kind of infectious situation at all. Just be aware of what you're taking. Be aware of it, and that you might not. It's not necessarily just because it's an antibiotic doesn't mean your body's going to respond well to it. And my body has not responded well to a lot of this stuff, and so that's what a lot of people that get sick in the hospital and out of the hospital deal with. And so I finally just, with the consult of my regular doctor, just said, enough, please, no mas. And I stopped taking it, and we'll see where we go from here. I'm feeling very ill right now.
No. You
no,
look
but
like
I
you
feel
feel good.
How's the bump?
Well, look at me. I've lost weight. I feel good.
You look skinny.
I feel.
How much weight have you lost?
The bump, about the same at Christmas time, about 30 pounds.
Yeah, but you
and,
look
that's about,
skinnier.
30 pounds and 2 ounces after they drain the boil.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, the 30 pounds now I think is the real challenge, because I will tell you that I probably gained about 4 pounds over the holiday. But we flash forward to the last part of this story.
Oh, good.
We Sunday afternoon, we put my dear sweet mother-in-law on an airplane.
Feeling better,
And
I hope she was.
Feeling much better, much stronger. She said she was still very weak. She felt weak as a kitten, and we put her on the plane. And later that night, your boy, as much as he wanted to deny it, after the boil on the butt,
yes,
I got it. And now at this point, I'm looking at Carla, saying to her, I don't believe that I don't think it could. It's just nonstop. I'm not sure when it's ever going to stop, when there is ever not going to be illness ravaging my own body. And I had it. It was something, and thank God Carla and the baby didn't get any of it. Carla and her good genes, and the baby, who's got most of her genes and not my genes, was doing fine.
Did you have a flu shot this year?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's stomach flu, Rob. It's not that's the cold flu that we're talking about.
Well, it's still. I mean, it still works to help your resistance to it.
Stomach flu is one of the best diets, though. So you gain
because
4, and
Oscar,
then
that 4 that I gained
Yes.
around the holidays. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
How
with
long
2 more to spare. Yes, sirree.
How long since you've thrown up? I mean,
Oh,
since
my
that.
God.
I mean, it had been
Well,
years
last
since
It was a week ago.
But I mean, before that, what was your stretch of time?
Well, he's doing the purge and binge, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Well, I did a purge when
He's half
outside of the purging. I you know me, Rob. I used to drink like you did, and I would.
But remember when he made
I wouldn't
himself
throw up.
purge when he
Oh,
took,
that's right.
when he ate the
Yeah, when I ate the heaven.
That. I forgot about that.
When
I
ate
should
the
listen
heaven.
to this show.
Yeah,
This is a new
look,
bit.
suffice to say,
It's the Elton John bit.
Suffice to say, it was a very, very long week, and that's probably why I decided to start drinking again on Friday.
Here we
And
go.
I'm feeling so much better.
I will tell you something. I had a conversation with my father on Wisconsin Avenue this very morning. He said, "Do you think Mike drank over the holidays?" I said, "Guaranteed."
You said guarantee, really?
I
You
said,
said
I
guarantee?
really think the time was right. Yes.
Welcome back to an old friend.
You're no friend.
No, the thing,
Rob.
didn't want to do it
Look
New
at
Year's
I want
Eve.
everybody to have alcoholism.
Look at the sparkle in his eyes. It's back.
There's no sparkle.
It is back,
He
baby.
was grumpy this morning. He was grumpy when he left.
No, he's great. How's it feel, buddy?
What do you mean I was grumpy this morning?
Mike, you're grumpy.
What about what?
Well, you're eating your sandwich and you're grumpy about that, and you want to do the show. Remember when you were grumpy?
No, what I'm really grumpy about is not that my golf bag's not been ordered yet.
Yeah, well, that is a little grumpy.
Read the fine
but-
print, please.
Hey, it's by the way, do you think that's going to be jive? Before we
No,
order it, before we
that's-
pull the final trigger on, do you think it's going to be kind of jive? Me
I
driving
asked
around
all the
with
pertinent questions. It's actual embroidering on your bag.
Cool. White stitching on
No,
black.
that's not the question about whether it's embroidered. Do you think it's going to be jive for me to have that down here?
No,
you think I'll look
if
like
it
a mook?
says Mick O'Mara, yes.
All you got to do, Mike, is be
All right.
prepared with the answers when people say, "Hey."
Can't the show spend their money better than that?
No, this is good advertising for old people.
This is what you wanted, right?
And when the people
Just
come
like
up
you
to
wanted these, just like you wanted these that I
I
haven't
was
sent
wondering. I
yet.
was like, did I never get those?
Oh, you'll get them.
Those earbuds?
You'll get them. You'll get
And
them for
Rob's-
summertime.
Rob's
Oh.
speaker.
There
Rob's
you
speaker.
go.
I got that still down.
When people approach you, and
Sick.
that's
I
when
was
you'll
sick
need
all
them.
week.
When people approach you about the golf bag, you will say, "You wouldn't believe how much money these idiots pay me to put this on my golf bag."
Yeah, you're in your 25th year of sponsorship.
That's right.
Hey, I've been
Senior
handing
tour.
cards out.
Senior
I've
tour.
been, I've been handing cards out like a maniac.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not
cool.
going to listen to me, but there's some guys that are interested in what I do.
Hand
So
them to
I
any
think,
nurses?
They wouldn't.
No nurses.
They wouldn't even sponsor Cheech, but they sponsored me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cheech Marin.
By the way, the guy that was a fan, he's a musician down here also, and he and I had a wonderful conversation the first time I was there. I don't think he'll ever contact me now because I think like those ERs, I think there's the pipeline where you find out, oh, that's the guy that had the meltdown.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we
that's
don't want
DJ.
him. That's the DJ that had the total meltdown.
He
Almost
used to
killed a
drum,
lady.
but now
almost killed a lady in the ER. He almost killed her. For God's sake. You know,
He can't
oh,
sit on
God,
his
I
throne anymore, though.
Would you like to know
Boil on
the
his
beverage
ass.
of choice on my Friday night when I broke the
Can
seal?
we guess?
Go ahead,
I'm going to guess a red wine.
Oscar.
Oh God! If you're really gonna fall off the wagon, I think that you'd go back to your old Jameson, your go-to.
Rob Ford, would you like to hazard a guess, Mr. Rob Ford? We haven't
Yeah.
heard from him.
Jameson, but it was the 12-year one you've been stowing away.
Okay, Pony, would you like to crave action? Would you like to hazard a guess?
I crave Jameson. I'm going with Jameson.
The winner is, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, he knows me better than anybody, Mr. Rob Spiewak with the red wine.
Boo.
Yes.
Red wine.
Wow.
Yes, red wine. And so I was going to have just two.
Bottles?
And,
God, 2 bottles.
no, we ended up, I had a total of 5.
Five glasses of wine.
Whoa, that's,
I had 2
that's 2
before
bottles.
dinner. I had a
bottles.
glass of wine at dinner, and then we went to the little clubhouse bar, and I had 2 after dinner. And-
Wait a second.
Damn.
When you, I guess when you bounce back.
just said, "God damn."
What did he say? What did he
said,
say?
He said the word of the day. God damn.
God damn.
So it
God
was.
damn.
Well, you got to
drink at
remember,
home.
even Pony, even after a year off, for me, that's nothing. That's really nothing.
That's
for
just
me.
getting warmed up. That's
Yeah,
making
exactly.
the shake
But you
stop.
went to the second venue.
Yeah, well, technically not.
Doesn't count.
Technically, the second venue.
You pre-partied and then went out.
Oscar, technically the second venue was in the same Cocoon Clubhouse.
Ah,
so
okay.
we had dinner there, but on the way back, this guy I'd played golf with, Frank from Long Island. I invited Frank and his daughter and his wife to come in for a nightcap.
Hey,
and,
use drink.
And Carla and Frank's wife begged off of that one, and thank God for that. Otherwise, it might have been very ugly.
Yeah, it could have.
So that's
Well,
it.
welcome back, my
Yeah,
friend.
welcome back to you as a friend and to your old friend as well.
All right. Well, happy Christmas, Merry New Year.
See, he's falling apart already.
Oh, doing
Boils
great.
on the butt, everybody. We'll take a break. Come back. News you may not need.
Hello, this is Matt Bloom. Yeah, Tony Boy. We wanted to bring some sizzle to the mailbag, so they brought me in, Mr. Excitement, to really get you guys riled up. If you want to get in on the red-hot action, just send an email to rob@mikeomerashow.com. That's Rob with 2 B's. Or if you like mail, P.O. Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. I hate mail. It's too slow. I crave action. So if you have a question or comment, send it along. And now, time for a nap.
Thank you, Pony Boy. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. My dear friends, it's a new year, but one thing remains the same throughout all of time. Shopping through our Amazon portal remains the single best way to support this show. You did a great job for us at Christmas time. We hope you do a great job throughout 2015. It doesn't cost any extra, and it means the world to us. The next time you need to buy anything, just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon or click the Amazon button on our website, then shop like you normally would. It's that simple. And now, because you love it, the Amazon Hot Buy of the day. Here's Rob Spiewak.
New music bed, Mike.
I like it.
Yeah. It's a new year. How about a new you with the Garmin Forerunner 220? It's an advanced GPS running watch with a built-in heart rate monitor. Tracks your distance and pace and your personal records. Makes getting into shape a breeze. The Garmin Forerunner 220. Back to you, Satch.
If you needed anybody... Tried to be Bill O'Reilly there. It really didn't work. If you need it, Amazon has it. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. The best way to save money and support the show while getting what you need the easiest way possible. Remember, click Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and if you're smart, you'll bookmark it, bitch. News. Boo. One of New Jersey's reality TV stars is about to exchange her designer threads for prison blues. Or oranges, or whatever that is.
Well, orange is the new blue.
I got something jammed in my mic stand.
Oh, it's a boil.
Oh, maybe it's jam.
It's Jam Creative Productions, Dallas.
I swear to God, you guys would crack up if you saw what just happened.
What happened?
Anyway,
What happened?
It's just this little
Bottle of wine?
I've got this thing that forget about it. Anyway, Teresa Giudice, is that the way you pronounce her name?
She's a good girl.
She's a cast member of Bravo's Real Housewives of New Jersey. She's scheduled to report to a federal prison in Danbury, Connecticut on Monday to begin serving a 15-month sentence. She and her husband, Giuseppe Joe Giudice.
Oh, my God.
Giuseppe Giudice.
Oh, no, she's a go to jail.
They pleaded guilty last year, admitted hiding assets from bankruptcy creditors. Yeah, all right. Anyway, she got sentenced to, let me see. She gets to serve her
4
sentence.
years?
41 months, I think.
41 months? That's what it is.
41 months, and it was below the range sought by the U.S. Attorney's Office. They staggered her sentence, too. They helped her out that way.
Mike staggered on Friday night.
Thank you. They staggered it with her husband so they could care for their 4 daughters. Joe will serve his 41-month sentence after his wife's sentence is completed. Hollywood kicked off the new year on a positive note with 3 films vying closely for the weekend box office title that nevertheless remained with The Hobbit, The Battle of the 5 Armies.
Hobbit.
The Hobbit. Peter Jackson's Middle-earth finale took in $21.9 million for Warner Brothers, narrowly edging out the Disney musical Into the Woods, $19.1 million, and Angelina Jolie's World War II: A Tale Unbroken, $18.4 million from Universal. The weekend's lone new wide release, the Relativity Media horror sequel, The Woman in Black 2, Angel of Death, landed in 4th place with $15.1 million, if you care about such
How did
things.
your film? Did you get a chance to see it? I haven't been able to see it.
Yeah, the Unbroken movie.
I have not seen it yet, and I am dying to see it. I'm looking forward to it, although I must say I was a little bummed out about the the reviews were kind of meh on that. And by the way, Pony, the boy's camera has kind of slipped down to about the bridge of Oscar's nose.
Oh, man, that's a lot of forehead missing. Let's fix that.
I want to see that Kim Jong-un, okay?
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Yeah,
Hi, boys.
Yeah.
All
Back
right,
to looking like
moving
one
on.
of the Crosby kids.
Former ESPN personality and SportsCenter anchor Stuart Scott lost his battle with cancer yesterday. He was only 49. Scott joined ESPN in 1993. He was diagnosed with cancer in 2007 after doctors found a tumor while removing his appendix. He received the Jimmy V Perseverance Award at the ESPYs this past July, and so safe home to Stuart Scott. Kind of butted heads with him a couple of times, but you don't want to see that happen to anybody.
Way too young.
The woman who played Ellie Mae Clampett on the original Beverly Hills Hillbillies TV series in the 60s, she passed away Thursday. Her name was Donna Douglas. We knew that.
Yeah.
And she was 82. Rob, can you believe she was 82
I
years
really
old?
had to do the math over and over again in my head because she didn't seem like she should be that old. But then I realized that this Thursday is to be Elvis's 80th birthday, and they were contemporaries, so it makes sense. It just seems so high.
She starred in a classic Twilight Zone episode called Eye of the Beholder, where she spent almost the entire show with her head wrapped in bandages.
Yep.
And she starred with Elvis Presley in the 1966 movie Frankie and Johnny.
Arguably his worst film.
The Beverly Hillbillies ran from 62 to 71. Donna was not the last surviving cast member, by the way. Max Baer Jr.
Boo!
Yeah, doesn't that suck?
He sucks, and that sucks.
He played Cousin Jethro. He turned 77 yesterday, so he's the last one standing.
You know who else was in Frankie and Johnny with them?
Who's
It's
that?
Harry Morgan.
Hey, how are you? Ukaya. Last night on The Celebrity Apprentice, former Cosby kid Keisha Knight Pulliam was fired because she was in charge of fundraising and her team lost. She never called Bill Cosby for a donation, by the way.
Probably
so I guess
scared of him.
we were watching this last night. I fell asleep watching it, but Carla said, they never called Cosby, and this is before.
Way before.
The media S-storm.
They should have
correct?
called him.
Yeah, but that is apparently something that Trump really expects them to do, is that their initial move has to be calling their rich friends.
Right.
And this is, it's sort of, I guess, worked out for the show.
Oh, in the past? Yeah, of course.
But I mean, it works out that she's off because, as we said in the vignette today, hot potato.
And Geraldo's team raised an amazing amount of money. So there it is, and they've got an incredible a-hole cast this year. So I think it's going to be a popular show. Did you finally pull the trigger and spend last night hunched over your computer creating a Match.com profile, Pony? Did you, huh?
I don't think so.
Well, everyone else did, and that means today is open season.
You don't think so.
I remember.
Well, you had a lot of gin.
Today is open season on tail, my friends.
Oh, nice trim.
According to Match.com and PlentyOfFish.com, the first Sunday evening after New Year's is always the busiest time of the year.
Yeah.
That means today there's more fresh meat on the online dating sites than any other day until next January.
A lot of fish.
Yeah,
I had no
fresh
idea.
fish.
Listen to Oscar.
Hey,
like
not as
Oscar
fresh.
knows this. Why do I think Oscar probably knew this a year
I've
ago?
got enough single friends that are, and this is the tier that I look at. Okay, if you're young and you're just trying to figure it out, you go on Plenty of Fish because it's free, right?
That's right.
But Match.com, you got to pay for, so you got to spend some money. And if you're really looking, you go on eHarmony.
Oh, that's
and
right.
if you don't care at
What
all,
about Tinder?
if you're just trying to hook up and hopefully dodge some STDs, you go on Tinder.
That's right. Now, which is the one that smells like fish.com? Is that is that a different website?
No.
Smells
None of
like
that.
fish.com. The Rob Spivak social networking site.
It's free.
The stats also say people who decide to do online dating in January 15% more likely to meet someone compared to starting any other month of the year. It takes men on average 10 weeks to get into a relationship through online dating. It takes women an average of 8 weeks. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yeah.
Didn't think that would be that way.
Isn't that something? And now a little something for you.
How about that?
Had to have one for you at the beginning of the year. Had to
Attaboy,
pick up
Mike.
where we left off, boys.
Attaboy.
22-year-old Jeremiah Patterson
Yeah, Tab's
of
brother.
Odessa, Florida. Apparently really needed a nap last week.
Oh, no.
So he went to a CVS in Lutz, Florida.
Oh, no.
I don't even know where these towns are.
Lutz.
To take the most comfortable nap they could provide. He grabbed a few dog beds off the shelves, took them into a bathroom, stripped naked, and took a nap on the dog bed.
Well, you don't want to wear clothes.
The CVS employees found him in there I'd like to be that employee.
Oh,
Oh my
talk
God.
about drawing the short straw.
They rudely woke him up and called the cops. Since all the dog beds were ruined, Jeremiah was charged with retail theft. He was also charged with loot or lascivious exhibition. Now, I don't call those dog beds ruined. I call them gently soiled. Or seasoned.
Seasoned.
Or Floridarized. There we go. We'll take a break. Come back with the Audio Vault. First one of the year. People get excited about that. I saw that online. Rob Spiewak joins you right after this, right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
I don't know what's gonna happen to you.
Tony and Gary.
Hey there, hi there, ho there. I'm Tony Perkins.
Hi, I'm just a guy named Joe.
Oh, you're not, but we have a couple of Joes on this episode of the Tony Perkins Show featuring Gary Stein.
That's a lot to say.
It is a lot to say. Joe Piscopo joins us. Yeah. And Joe Palca.
Who's almost as well known.
He's Sue Palca's husband. Yeah. Joe Palca's on because he gives Gary a really nice coat, and that's all it takes to get on our show. iTunes and listen at TonyPerkinsShow.com.
It's the Tony Perkins Show.
Give him a coat.
Hey, I got a New Year's resolution for you, everybody. Listen to the Tony Perkins Show. It's really worth your time, and we are one of our quests for 2015 is to build that show up so that has a tremendous amount of listeners and a big following. You want some entertainment, you want a quality show, please give that a listen. That's the Tony Perkins Show right here on the More Network. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Mack Weldon. I'm wearing my Mack Weldon socks right now. You know, men's underwear has been basically the same for a half century, but now it's time to change your underwear.
It is time.
I mean, really, Rofo, isn't it about time?
It's about time. New Year's
Yes, it
resolution.
is. Thank you. The guys at MackWeldon.com have revolutionized men's underwear. An amazing fabric blend like no other. It holds its shape and won't ride up. And Cool Jones for added comfort. I'm sorry, that would be Cool Zones.
Oh, Cool Jones
Sounds
is.
like Cool Jones.
I believe he's playing this year for the Broncos, isn't he?
I don't know how. You know, right in front of me. It's a Z. Easy to see. Very obvious letter. I turned it into Jones. MackWeldon.com has great multi-packs and starter kits, plus the best undershirts and socks you've ever worn. I really love my socks.
Good stuff.
I know you're not supposed to make a big deal about socks, but I really do love them. And I know before the year was over, they said they were going to send me some new ones, and I can't wait to get them.
The boxer briefs rule. I finally tried the socks, and you're absolutely right. It's so.
You like that cushion they have in them, Oscar?
Look, it's something that you don't really. We get to talk about it, but I can't go to my brother, and I did. But you can't necessarily go and say, "Hey, you got to try on these socks."
That's right.
Right.
But when you put them on, they rule.
They do. They totally rule, and they're comfortable, and I love them. I wore them on Christmas, too. Order it and give it a try. Not impressed, Mack Weldon will send you another pair or a refund and let you keep the pair you tried on. Forget crowded department stores and waiting for special sales. Just visit MackWeldon.com. Buy more, save more. Remember that name, MackWeldon.com. MackWeldon.com. And now, without further ado, let's get right to the Audio Vault. Rob Spiewak for Monday. Is this the 5th?
It is.
Wow, January 5th, 2015.
Mike, when you were playing country records, did you ever play any Little Jimmy Dickens?
No.
No. Before your time, right?
Yeah, a little too country western for any of the stations I worked at.
Very, very old school. He was a member of the Grand Ole Opry over 60 years, and he died over the weekend. And I do believe that he and Ellie Mae and Rich Eisen, that makes your trifecta.
That's a happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Happy with the skinny Santa Claus.
But, Mike, I need you to focus for me because this has been something, this has been a hotbed on Facebook. I didn't want to play.
Do you want me to focus like you do when I'm doing my news?
We're the boys who sent you hopping out to
Oh, my God.
I didn't want to play this, but I need to. Listen to the announcer. Right. Let me just play you a quick sample of the announcer. Blown up. We found out over the holidays. Wait, did I just get blown up?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's going on?
Now I can't talk. That in November of 1952, that's when these Christmas shopping jingles were recorded. Here's the announcer, the guy we talk about being drunk, okay? Here he is.
Hi there. Christmas is coming. Have you done your shopping? Only 24 days left. Hi there. Time's a-fleetin'. Better get busy. Hi. Did you hear what the man said? Only 22 shopping days till Christmas.
All right, so his name, we think we found his name. because there is a 1949 short subject called Mighty Manhattan, New York's Wonder City. Listen to the narrator of Mighty Manhattan.
The freedom-loving people of France presented this imposing monument to the United States as a symbol of liberty.
It's totally him.
I think it's him, and his name is James A. Fitzpatrick.
An Irishman. We found him. No, an alcoholic?
No, the thing is, these are 3 years apart, these two projects. He used to produce travel logs for MGM.
Wow.
So apparently
Hello
he
there.
Hi there. So we go from...
I'm drinking and driving.
Christmas is coming. Have you done your shopping? Only 24 days left.
And I can imagine him in New York City.
The freedom-loving people of France presented this imposing monument to the United States as a symbol of liberty.
So it's James.
He's terrible.
He is terrible. There's no doubt there.
He's truly terrible. But I think it's the same guy, Rob.
I do too. And
James Fitzpatrick.
And I applaud our listeners who posted all throughout the Christmas break trying to find out who this guy was. So
and Patrick Fitzjames.
That's mystery solved. Mike, tell me.
That makes me happy.
Tell me that over the holidays you spent some time with the crown jewel of the NBC News Department, The Today Show.
Oh, maybe a little bit, yeah.
Because on Monday they did something that really might have just ruined the show forever. They did Today Show, the musical.
Oh, no.
Didn't have the pleasure.
It was a 14-minute piece broken up into 4 different segments over the Hoda and Kathy Lee hour, and they actually did a musical about the Today Show. Check this out.
This is today, and just like every day, we rise and shine, and we opine, and we drink wine. This anchors away.
And really, Matt Lauer's doing shtick and singing. All the anchors are singing and
Rock
doing
bottom.
musical. Yes,
They try so hard.
they do. But, Mike, it's not enough that they would do that. They gave Regis a solo. Are you there?
How did they find Regis?
Yeah, I was waiting to hear Regis' solo.
Regis' solo.
There's no buts about it. You gotta go for the gold. You gotta go out and get it before someone else gets it.
Jesus
and you
Christ.
get old. There's no buts about it.
Oh, my God.
It was
By the
a
way,
disaster.
Regis picked a good time to retire, didn't he? Because it's like, there's no
When you
buts
stop
about it.
working, you get old.
Yeah, he looks horrible.
Oh, my God.
He's got not just gray hair now, he's got big gray Regis hair.
Jesus.
Like he's not
Incidentally,
getting cut enough.
Remember what Oscar just said, because looking for him to remind me of that every year.
Yeah.
All right.
Every
play that
year he
tape.
will remind me.
Mike, can you name this singer? Of course, it's a Billy Joel song, but name the guy who's singing it, all right?
Kevin Spacey.
Mike wins!
Really?
I saw the video.
Can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes.
He
He's
can't
so
do anything
talented.
that makes
Damn
me
it.
like him any less. He's the greatest.
When I wore a younger man's clothes.
Was it a tribute to Billy Joel, Rob?
Yeah, it was. He won the Gershwin Prize.
Okay.
And so they had a lot of people coming out singing his songs. Of course, there is one social media sort of trend. That's the first one. They're calling it the first social media trend of 2015. I don't think that Kevin Spacey has done this yet. People are videotaping themselves burping on helium.
I haven't heard it yet.
Oh, I think you're going to like this. This is what happens when you burp after snorting helium.
That was funny.
And the most beautiful thing about it is when people do it, they always look surprised. Like,
Can I hear it
came
again?
out of me? Yeah.
That was funny.
And that is your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Thank you, Rob Spiewak. And that's it. That concludes our broadcast day. But dry your eyes, not goodbye, just so long. You can always write us a letter. Send it to TMOS, P.O. Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. Email all technical queries to ponyboy@MikeO'MaraShow.com. Hopefully not as many of those this year as last year. If you'd like to be a part of the legendarily popular Wednesday mailbag segment, drop a line to the Jolly One, Rob, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And remember, the official eVoice line remains 440-8167. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying, see you next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.